Alright, so just taking a slight detour for an hour from the Dead Island playthrough that's going up right now. We're going back into the 8th generation of Call of Duty games multiplayer. And as you can probably see, the reason is I literally just remembered one. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, essentially, this is Call of Duty 4, so in a way, I've already covered this game. But I think it pretty much is the last one I have to do, aside from Call of Duty 1 to 3. So, very much like World at War, what I did with World at War is I actually purchased the map packs and went back in to avoid getting kicked from the game because I didn't own a map. This is a little bit different. I already have all the maps for this game, and this is on the PS5 or the PS4 version on the PlayStation 5. And we're just going to add it in. I'm going to play for a little bit. As you can probably tell, I haven't really played a lot of this game. And really, that's because the second session of the game turned me off, really, because of this piece of shit. The fucking depot and the fucking randomized packed scheme that I was not a fan of. It's the kind of like the same system that turned me completely off Gears of War 4 for the same reason. I hated pretty much the system that gave you randomized stuff because we were in an era where you couldn't play to unlock stuff. That'd be too easy. So yeah, we're adding this in. I think it came out the same day as Infinite Warfare, and that was a load of controversy in of itself, because, let's be honest, Activision knew what they were doing. They had no faith in Infinite Warfare, so they were like, let's package it with a game that no one's going to buy. It was funny, really, because at the time, I said something like, it's going to be quite the shock. Oh, I'm going to get sniped from across the map because this is more of a sniping-centric map. But yeah, I thought it was going to be like a massive shock to see the pre-orders for the game and people who bought the game. And then they're going to go look at the players of these two games, and Infinite Warfare is going to say almost zero. And Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be all over the place. Not all over the place, but mass player numbers. But to be completely honest, that's, they knew what they were doing. They absolutely knew what they were doing. So, for this hour, I've decided to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to be recording this for the first time in 1440p on OBS. And I'm just going to upload the raw video at the end of it. And what I'm going to do at the end of every game, I can't even move from the spawns, dude. I think this is one of those maps where you can literally get spawn locked by snipers. Because the spawns are different in this game. They have a system, I think, where they kind of notice where everyone is and don't spawn you right next to an enemy if they can help it. But the problem with that is they're now all sitting at that spawn point and we're locked. We can't get out. I probably should be using a sniper. I guess I could try. My sniping isn't really good though. But yeah, I'm actually going to upload this in 1440p, just raw video from OBS at the end of the recordings. And what I'm going to do, normally what I would do to split it is go into a video editing software and kind of do all the splitting and sound adjustments and everything. Seeing as this is the raw video, and I don't have option to render in 1440p through my video editing software yet, it'll have to be the raw video. So I'm going to kind of test how that works. And what I'll do to split away the matchmaking is that right at the end of this game, I'll pause the video and then unpause it, and you'll miss the whole matchmaking sequence, which is actually a good thing for YouTube. It's something I've been using for a while now. I haven't really incorporated it into any real playthroughs yet. I've only used it at certain points, say, if we need to go to a toilet or something. So that's kind of when I use it, but I haven't really used it for any splitting. I think I did with Black Ops 6 at one point, But I can't remember. I think that might have been the latest session I did of it, actually. So right now, I'll literally press pause and skip the matchmaking and be back just before the next match starts. Alright, of course, Shipment won the map vote, so this one's going to be absolute carnage. So I'm going to probably go to the MP5 for this one. I'm also using the 60 FPS option that OBS has. I don't know if that's really going to make much of a difference. But Call of Duty does run at 60 frames per second minimum, so I might as well use it while I can. Oh, fudge. He just popped out from under those barrels and started shooting at me. He tried to noob tube me, actually. It's funny because on my screen it looked like he had akimbo weapons. So I'm not really sure what happened there. I think this guy's trying desperately to get a noob tube. At least I think that's what the term is. For so long, I didn't actually know what noob tube actually meant. But I think it's basically using the grenade launcher, firing a grenade right next to a person, and it killing you even though it didn't explode. At least that's what I think it is. Oh, fudge. It was kind of bullshit how they packaged this with Infinite Warfare. I'm not sure if it ever did come out singularly. It probably does now. You probably can't purchase this by itself, but the fact in the beginning you had to buy Infinite Warfare, pre-order Infinite Warfare to gain access to it was kind of bullshit. And like I said, I think it just really proves that they had no faith in Infinite Warfare, and rightly so, because the game sucks. Which begs the question, why did they bother, I guess? Well, they have to sell it, don't they? You know. Even though everyone has been wanting Infinite, like the Modern Warfare trilogy to be remastered with full multiplayer and stuff like that. Of course, they're not going to do that, though. But I have a theory. I reckon Infinite, because there's been so many rumors and all this stuff about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and then someone went in to do a mod for this game, which was shut down immediately, pretty much as it was going to come out. I have a theory that a Modern Warfare multiplayer and all the files are sitting there in an Infinity Ward office for a day that they desperately need money or have nothing else to do. When they literally have run out of ideas for Call of Duty, they've stopped doing it for whatever reason, that's when we'll see the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer as one last hurrah. It's sitting there. It's sitting there and it's waiting to be used. That's my theory. I could be completely wrong about it, but it just seems all convenient, doesn't it? In a way. I'll explain more in a minute. What I mean by that is there have been many attempts from PC modders specifically to make a Modern Warfare 2 remastered kind of multiplayer component. And the closest we got was actually, I think, about a year or so back. And it literally even big YouTubers like Tim the Tatman were covering it. And the makers of it really kind of messed up in the fact that they were advertising it all over the place. All over the place. They were advertising it. They even had a release date. They released a trailer. And it was just being thrown all over the place. And my instant thought was, gee, this is not going to last 5 minutes. They're going to get to just before the release day or maybe a couple days before, and they're going to get a cease and desist, and that is exactly how it happened. Now, maybe that was intentional, just to say this is where the money is. Why are you not doing it? If you're not doing it and wanting our money, then we'll do it ourselves. But every attempt to make one has been taken down by Infinity Ward or Activision, or probably even Microsoft to some degree. I doubt it. But Infinity Ward and Activision certainly have taken down every single attempt. And I just think that is very convenient, isn't it? You know, obviously, it just says to me that if someone's well, there is a plethora of reasons why they would do that, but you'd think that probably, I would say about 90% the main reason is obviously copyright infringement, stealing someone's IP, all that kind of stuff. That all makes sense. So it's all kind of correct, but if you're not going to release it and you're taking everyone down, do they have it there waiting? It just seems very convenient to me. I think it's sitting in an office for a rainy day. Infinity Ward have it sitting there in an office somewhere, and they'll just drop it whenever they want, whenever they really need a game to sell, and they don't have any new ideas to bring to the table. Which, to be honest, Call of Duty's been doing now for probably a decade. But, yeah, when literally Infinity Ward are pretty much done with making games, or the Call of Duty they've ran out of, or their contract specifically to release Call of Duty games expires, just before it expires, that's when they'll drop the multiplayer. I guarantee it. Well, I don't guarantee it because I'm not a fortune teller, but I would say I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens. The game is so legendary, and people have wanted it forever. And I know like I said, I know the main reason why they keep taking it down, because it is copyright infringement, and it is kind of. But the thing is, the latest attempt actually seemed genuine to me, because they wanted you to own Modern Warfare 1 Remastered on PC in order to play the mod. Now, I guess an argument could be made that, you know, Infinity Ward have already had their sales from the PC, the players that bought the PC version of Modern Warfare Remastered, so they wouldn't make any more. But you could guarantee that the console players that would probably get a mid-level PC, I don't mean mid as an insult, I just like a mediumly powered PC, because I don't think you need completely high-end graphics to run it. You probably need a medium-level graphics card, maybe a 2000 series or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a mid-level PC. You know, a Ryzen 5 processor and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know. I'm not that smart. But you'd think that the console players would certainly be on board to try and get a PC like that isn't going to break the bank and play the game. It's free for Activision and Infinity Ward. That was free money. But which leads me to what I said earlier, that maybe there's a plethora of other reasons, copyright infringement and all that. And just before the date before it was come out, they got a cease and desist, and the project was dead. And that's I literally called it. I literally knew that was going to happen. I was tempted. I said, if it lasts more than a week, and we get official confirmation that that is how it's going to go, then I'll buy it. I didn't buy it because I knew that was going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. It just says to me that Infinity Ward probably have it sitting there somewhere. Whenever they're done making Call of Duty games for whatever reason. That's the last thing they will do. The last thing they will ever do in the Call of Duty franchise is release that multiplayer. The last thing they will ever do, and they will have some big anniversary surprise. And it won't be a surprise because people will say, well, if you had this already, why didn't it come out already? Because we know why. We know why the Infinity Ward said, oh, we don't want to divide the player base, because they know exactly what would happen. No one would buy any new Call of Duty game ever again, and new Call of Duties have to sell. It's like I've said, it's easy money. Release Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 as a trilogy with all the multiplayer components. You will never have to make anything again. Like, ever, at all. Like, period. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking Claymore, damn it. It's so easy, dude. Because no one's playing Call of Duty these days anyway. Very few people are playing Call of Duty anymore. Except for the Xbox players, I guess. Maybe Xbox players or Game Pass. Well, I don't think Game Pass PC players are, because I don't think they have PC versions. But, you know, the only people playing Call of Duty now, for the most part, are probably on Xbox because of Game Pass. I think Modern Warfare 2's original is set to be a Game Pass title. I think that's the rumor. It's coming out on Game Pass probably next go around for new games to drop on it. And that's been coming for some time, you know, because obviously Activision is a Microsoft company, so now, you know, all their games can be accepted onto Game Pass. So that's been coming for some time. That's what the Xbox gamers are waiting for. They're just waiting for Call of Duty to have a mass release on Xbox. I mean, the games are well, I would say the games are relatively cheap. I don't know. Most of the 8th gen Call of Duty games are still £50, which I think is ridiculous. And of course, on PlayStation, you don't even get the option to play the classic Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. Aside from the newer Call of Duties, Modern Warfare Remastered is all PlayStation players have got right now, in terms of playing, like, one of the classics. You know?
Well done. Victory is ours.
But yeah, it's done. It's done, and it's sitting in an office ready. I could be wrong, but it just seems that, you know, it just seems very convenient that every attempt to release some, well, some of them is actually stealing the idea and the game code and ripping it and all that stuff, and that is wrong to do. But, you know, these latest people that did it were actually rather genuine in the fact they wanted to have people own the game to verify it. It's kind of like what someone did with Sonic 3 Air, if you remember. I think someone did that. Like, you had to own the Mega Drive collection to play that game. And I think Sega literally greenlit it and allowed it, I think. You know, all kind of things against it are legit. You know, stealing IP, and, well, it's not really stealing, but, you know, they are valid. But at the end of the day, at this point, it would be this point. I know this has been around for years. There's been an open window pretty much since Infinite Warfare, because that game sucked ass. Ever since Infinite Warfare, at the very least, Call of Duty's been just going downward spiral, and most of that could be attributed to the success that is Fortnite. There's been an open window for years for Infinity Ward to drop that multiplayer. Because Call of Duty just isn't getting played like it used to. When Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 came out, everyone and their mother had one of the games, and on Xbox 360 or PS3. They're the biggest selling games of the franchise.
Our UAV is online.
I suppose they could say, well, the backwards compatibility version. And yeah, that could be valid, but you also had the backwards compatibility version of Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty 4, and Modern Warfare Remastered as a remaster. So that's that argument out of the window. But like I said, it'll come out. It'll come out as the last thing Infinity Ward ever releases for whatever reason.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Our UAV is online.
They might even, heck, they might even throw Modern Warfare 3 in there. I don't know. It just seems very convenient that every attempt to make a remaster has, you know, it's been shut down. And some reasons are legit, but it just seems, it does seem a little bit convenient. You know, because that Modern Warfare 2 remaster was pretty much ready to go.
Friendly helicopter on the way.
Oh wow, that was lag. What happened there?
Friendly airstrike on the way.
I actually got an assist for that. Oh no! Ah, I screwed myself over. I missed with the grenade.
UAV is airborne. Our UAV is online.
And at this point, with everything going on at my end, oh come on, that's lag. Dang it. I mean, for me, at this point, I can't do any of the older Call of Duties now either. I traded in my Xbox, and that was simply because after myself and Tom Lady finished a playthrough of Resident Evil 6, I don't think I ever booted it up again. So I traded it, and that's for a couple of reasons. We all know and are pretty much expecting the most majority of Xbox franchises to be on PlayStation for the most part. So that's kind of part of a reason. You know, they're already going to be on another system, but for me, obviously they're already on PC, and I'm more of a PC gamer these days. You know, I'm probably about 50-50 on PC and console now. I've kind of spoke about it in a previous channel update when I bought a PS4 Pro. I kind of went into it a little bit. Yeah.
We are about to achieve victory, comrades.
But I'd never really booted up my Xbox again. And I have other avenues to play their games on. I'm pretty sure Gears will be a thing. I'm pretty sure.
UAV is airborne.
Halo might be a tough one. They might do Master Chief Collection at the very least. Forza Horizon 5 is already out on PlayStation. It's already out. It's already been dropped. So, and I mean as in come out, of course. So, you know, we all know that the next Xbox console is probably not going to happen. I mean, I could be wrong. There's people saying like it will do actually, or it'll be a handheld version. They're pretty much going down the Aces ROG route with that, I guess. So, I guess I don't particularly need it because I already have a PC. Anyway, So I would like, because everyone's like, oh, we're gonna have a handheld integrated with Steam, and it's gonna take off, and I'm like, yeah, for people that don't have a PC or want a cheaper alternative to PC, yeah, but how many people are in that scenario? Probably not many. And even a friend of mine has gone back to console because PCs are just too complex and they're always updating every 3 months, which they are. But all that leads into another thing that I will save as a surprise, but something really cool happened a couple of days ago. And all I'll say is that it's on its way. That's what I will say. It's on its way. That's the one thing I'll say. And basically, when it happened, I said to Tommy, I said, because I was thinking of getting an Xbox One just to, you know, play the older Gears games again, because we did plan to do that. As I was telling at one point, we did plan to kind of do that. And I was going to get one of the Xbox One models just to kind of take us over that kind of thing, and then focus more on PC after that with Gears E-Day and such. But I'm glad that didn't happen. And I said to her, I'm glad I didn't do that now, because what's happening is a lot cooler. I know you guys have probably figured it out just from that, but yeah. And what I will also say is about that is this has been all done over time. This has been all done since probably ever since I got this 1440p monitor. That was the start of it. And things have been progressively changing, and definitely a lot different over the last month with what I've been able to do. And this last thing that's on its way was pretty much the last piece I needed.
Take no prisoners, comrades.
Which I will leave as a surprise. I don't know if I'll do a video about it
We've taken the lead.
for various reasons, but I'll post a couple of things or two. Some people already have seen some of what's going on. But yeah, I probably won't do a video about it because it probably wouldn't be very entertaining for one, and there's a couple other reasons why I wouldn't either. And to be honest, I don't think it really needs a video because, you know, you guys know I've talked about this for some time. This has been something I've mentioned a few times over the last year.
Friendly helicopter on the way.
I'll definitely mention it when I
Friendly airstrike on the
maybe
way.
do the first video on it. I'll see what I want to do. I mean, some of the early videos, you might even notice the difference. A difference in quality, let's say. And that could be, that won't be just with the games. It'll be with, you know, because I think I've mentioned already that I do have a 4K Pro. I've had it sitting there, but I haven't used it yet.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Yeah, something really cool happened. And it's on its way, but that's all I can say at the moment. Oh, fuck. Oh, come on, my aim sucks. Damn it. I'm in a terrible game. 0-6, dude.
Our UAV is online.
Is this a different version of Vacant? Or, oh no, it is actually Vacant. They've just changed the lighting. I don't think it ever used to look like this. Oh, dang it. Now I'm fucking 0-7. I'm sucking ass. I need a kill. But yeah, I was thinking about it, and then I kind of remembered, well, you know, I did say that the PS5 Pro will be the last console I buy, and I think that's been even more confirmed now with what's coming. I think that's been even more confirmed now. You guys probably figured it out, but yeah, I'm never really good at hiding anything, am I? Or keeping a secret. I wouldn't be good. I wouldn't be very good at it. So I just end up telling the truth, to be honest. People always tell me that. It's like, you're really bad at hiding anything. I was like, wow, that's true.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
But yeah, it's going to be... let me know how this is going on your end, guys. Because, of course, I'm uploading a raw OBS video from 1440p. Because, as I've stated before, I don't have a video editing software that renders in 1440p. And I can render in 4K with the software I've got, which is odd. I don't know why I can do 4K, but not 2K, as it were. I think that's what it's called. I don't think I've got a kill yet. Oh, I'm 1 and 9. Jesus Christ.
Our UAV is online.
Sucking ass. I mean, I'm not sure if I can, I can record in 4K and still play it in a,
Friendly helicopter on the way.
you know, can I record 4K on a less than 4K monitor? I don't know. I mean, at the time I got this newest monitor, which I think I told you guys about. I got it some time ago. I think I did mention it. I think it was during Street Fighter, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I have mentioned it. What was I gonna say? I did look at 4K monitors, but 4K monitors,
Our UAV is online.
at least from the ones I saw, only have one HDMI port. Now, in hindsight, because I don't have an Xbox anymore, that probably wouldn't have been such a bad thing,
Glorious. Good work, comrades.
because I predominantly play on PlayStation. So in hindsight, now that I think about it, now that I don't have an Xbox because various reasons, basically just because I wasn't booting it up, and you know, it's at the end of the day, it's one less subscription to have, which is a good thing for saving money. It doesn't save me a lot. It's only like a tenner for Game Pass Standard, I think. But Game Pass Standard isn't as good as I thought. Game Pass Core is relatively pointless unless you want to play multiplayer. And Game Pass Ultimate, I just don't use most of it. I haven't seen Creek in a long time. I don't really use all the features. There was no point dropping £20 a month for just stuff I'm not going to use. So for a little bit of the reason was it saves money on subscription that I could put towards better things. And in some cases, even though it's not immediate, that actually has happened.